Ardazone, Italy in 1, Damien, Romania 2, Caneve, France 3, De Vos, Netherlands 4, Varner, Czechia 5, Moreno, Spain in 6, Rada the favourite in 7, and Bergens of Sweden on the outside. The championship record is 49.23. If the wind dies down, we could see something very, very special from Michael Rada here. The favourite in 7 does history beckon. A big roar goes up from the crowd here in Finland. They recognise the talent on display. Good start by Damien on the inside. And right on the outside, Rada. It's steady rather than spectacular at the moment. Varner is up on Moreno. And now, Rada in the lead. Varner had a little stutter into that barrier. He looks like he's going well in second place at the moment, although De Vos will put him under pressure. This is about Rada and it's about the clock. This time he's straining. He was cruising in the heat and the semi. Watch the clock. Varner's trying to hang on for second, but Moreno on his outside, De Vos on his inside. How fast and by how much? 48.78. It's a new championship record. And by a whisker, he has just missed the 41-year-old all-time European under-20 record. He was working so hard for that. A brilliant performance from Rada. One that puts him right up there amongst the all-time junior greats. Moreno has smashed the Spanish national under-20 record to get on the podium with a wonderful 49.66. He was coming up on the outside of Varner and putting him under pressure. And Varner, diving over the line, denies De Vos a share of the bronze by, wait for this, 1,000th of a second. That was the difference between them. But the plaudits and the glory belong to Rada. He has smashed a championship record that has stood for more than a decade, and his list of achievements just keeps on growing and growing. What on earth will he achieve as a senior? Remember the name, Michael Rada, following in mighty footsteps, and I think that championship record will last for a very, very long time.
So Tumba leads the European lists with 56.76, which she did on home soil in Carge Pontois. Tumba has Hambridge, Uta, who's probably her closest rivals, but this is a very evenly matched race. Cleanly away at the first time of asking. Lane 7, Uta flying over the first bend. It's Uta on the outside who's running really well. Also Tumba looking a lot better than she did in semi-finals and the heats. She's up on the shoulder of Noruega. And Tumba now starting to close the gap on Uta in lane 7, but Uta's still in really good shape. Clearly clearing the hurdles. Running well on the inside, Hambridge as well at the moment, but it's between Tumba and Uta. It's the women in lanes 5 and 7. And Tumba now, well, she saved her best for last. It's the Frenchwoman with a metre lead coming into the home straight. She's running really well. Uta, though's a really fast finisher. She's starting to close. She's really attacking. Uta's attacking Tumba. Tumba's running out of steam. It's going to be the Romanian. Let's just wait for confirmation of that time, because it's probably a new championship record. Yes, it is. Uta's confirmed. 55.56. She's smashed a record which has been on the books for 20 years. Tumba runs faster than she's ever done before and improves her own French under-20 record to 55.56. And some way distant, but still running better than any other Estonian's done. Bronze goes to Hambridge, 56.71. What a fantastic performance, and just like the men, personal best for the first 4 women home.
There's the dip for first as opposed to second, and there's the dip for third as opposed to fourth.
Alexandra Stefania Uta of Romania, championship record 55.55. Meta Tumba taking silver.
So the Brits in first, second and third at the bell.
53.33, it's quick. And it's Waterworth still making the pace at the front. Rabjohns behind him. Bakala, the tall, perhaps the less heralded of the Spaniards, up there as well. So it's 3 Britons, 2 Spaniards in the top 5. Thévenet getting run out of it a little. He's unsighted. Oh, the Spaniard's gone down. Ceballos has gone down, clattering into his teammate. And it's the 3 Britons at the front. Is it going to be a clean sweep? Now, Mifrin takes the lead. Murphin in front. Waterworth, having had to cede pole position, coming back again. Rabjohns battling away. This is looking as though it's going to be a clean sweep for Britain. Who's going to take gold, though? It's going to be Rabjohns. The European leader takes gold in Tampere as he leads home Murphin and Waterworth. It's a Britain 1, 2, 3. It's not the first time it's happened, but it doesn't happen very often. Rabjohns at 1:47.88 is winning time in that race full of drama.
Well, you have to feel really sorry for Aaron Ceballos. Just as he mounted his charge, and Bakala is understandably a little bit emotional, the Spaniard. He was having a word with the 3 Britons. Nothing was done deliberately, but he's obviously upset because he could see that his teammates' aspirations for stopping the British 1, 2, 3 came crashing down with about 2:50 to go. That's a real shame. It spoilt the mood. It was accidental. In fact, Rabjohns ran on the inside because there was no gap given by Waterworth. So Waterworth shoved Bakala. Rabjohns ended up stepping on the infield, and the Spaniards are feeling a little hard done by there.
But that head-on shot is critical because Waterworth just gives him a little nudge. I think that's within the, if not the rules of the game, but the accepted practice of 800-metre running. And it was Ceballos who actually ran up the back of Bakala and brought him down. Well, I'm sure there's going to be an appeal. We'll see how it unfolds. I have to say, I think it would be very unfortunate if Waterworth to be disqualified. That was not a particularly significantly heavy shove.
Although Rabjohns did put his feet on the infield 2 or 3 times. It was on a straight rather than a bend, but the Spaniards are certain to challenge that. So, Rabjohns putting his feet on the infield. 1, 2, 2 strides. He went for a gap, and that is why he has been disqualified. I had a funny feeling that was going to happen. He did go for a gap that appeared not to be there.
So indeed, that disqualification of William Rabjohns is upheld. The first man past the post, and it's instead the Britain's Rafferty Murphin who gets the gold from Tom Waterworth and Aaron Ceballos.
I'm really happy with my performance, coming in as a first year under 20 and being able to run like that. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed for Will with the DQ, because it would have been great to get the 1, 2, 3.
Coming in ranked 5th and coming away with now the silver medal is great. And you know, Will, he's such a lovely guy, and I know he's going to be so disappointed with the DQ, even though he got the first place. This will just give him motivation to come back stronger, be an even better athlete.
Trinquant, France in 1, Gomurska, Slovakia in 2, Holstad, Norway 3, Henrich, Great Britain in 4. Maybe the marginal favourite, although Martin on the outside has run well. Kuss as well, the champion last year in Slovakia in 5. Kvarteng, so impressive, winning a semi-final in a PB in 6, and Al-Saidi of Norway in 7. Well, what a fascinating final we have here in Finland on this Saturday night, partly because the quickest woman in Europe in this age group is right on the outside, so she has no idea what's going on her inside. Martin going well, but they're all waiting for their moment to strike. Henrich running well round that bend. She's got the Frenchwoman Kwarteng in her sights. Martin leading at the moment, but look at Kuss as well. Henrik, Kuss and Martin, the three favourites side by side. The whole stand is on their feet. We can hardly see here. Henrik's coming away. Henrik's going to take it. Silver for Martin, and I think Kuss just hung on for the bronze. 51.68. That is a new lifetime best for Charlotte Henrik. Wow, she needed absolutely everything there. Martin had gone out so hard. Kuss was putting the Briton under pressure, and she's on the podium again after her European Under-18 win last year. Kwarteng misses out on the podium, but ends up with a national Under-20 record. Henrik has run so well tonight. That's a massive PB and a huge scalp to beat the fastest in the age group this year. Henrik is the European Under-20 champion. Martin, the fastest coming into this race, silver, and Kuss just about hanging on for the podium.
But then the last 100, I could hear them like saying other names. I was like, no, I'm gonna win. So yeah, I just kept trying to stay in front of people and like catching people. And I'm so grateful that I was in lane 2. And I'm just so happy. Oh my God.
3 Czechia athletes, 2 Frenchmen, 2 from Ireland and 1 from Malta. Well, Connors Kelly started very quickly over the first 50 metres. He's absolutely flying. Horac on his inside doing well at the moment, but there's a big gap emerging between Kelly and the men on his inside. Kelly now bearing down on Lupal on his outside. Kelly running really well through the first 250 metres. On the outside, though, it's Klemenich. Klemenich also had a flying bend there. Kelly and Klemenich, shoulder to shoulder. Kelly's just got the advantage, and now the strength of Kelly. He's starting to pull away. The Irishman is on his way to gold. Irish eyes are smiling. Conor Kelly takes gold in the men's 400 metres, and 45.83 for the Irishman. It's a new Irish under-20 record. What an absolutely fantastic run from Kelly, reducing his own national record by 0.02 of a second.
Klemenich is a really, really classy runner, second from the outside, but Kelly withstood his advance round that second bend and had the honour of raising that right arm in the air to celebrate the gold and the national under-20 record.
Well, David Gillett, who is the Irish record holder, senior Irish record holder, 44.88 if I remember rightly. He works for Irish broadcasters these days. I'm sure he's watching this with great interest and wondering whether his Irish record might have it for a year or two, but it might also be on a borrowed time.
Conor Kelly, the new under-20 European champion. Not a bad day in the office for you today.
Yeah. Incredible day in the office. I need bonus. I'm working overtime here. I mean, this title meant a lot. Last year, the bronze was great, but it hurt me. And it's been hurting all year. It's been in my mind. I feel like it played a big part in that gold medal.
As they come towards the bell, they're all queuing up for a big burn-up on the last lap. They take the bell in the final of the women's 1,500 metres. All the big names are there. This is going to come down to a moment of tactical sharpness. The Britons are queuing up. Belshaw on paper the favourite. They're all watching and waiting. When will the big move come? So, Jones on the inside. Sernjel, the 800-metre specialist, still hasn't made a big bid here. Belshaw on Sernjel's shoulder. The Swede is trying to accelerate, but you sense Belshaw is poised to strike here. Shoulder to shoulder as they come round the home straight. The two Britons are beginning to fade. It could be bronze for Spain here. Belshaw from Sernjel. Can the Swede close? She's trying everything. Tension in the shoulders. But last year's champion in Banska Bystrica is going to win here in Tampere. Silver for Sørnjul. And a brilliant bronze there for Isabel Jones. So 2 Britons on the podium. Sørnjul upgrades her 800 bronze last year to silver this year. She tried everything to run the sting out of the finish of Belshaw. But what a wonderful season and what a wonderful win for Lila Belshaw. 2 seasons and 2 European gold medals. Belshaw wins from Sørnjul, and a fabulous bronze for Jones, it really was. What a season for the British youngster. Sørnjul made her work very, very hard for that, but she thoroughly deserves her moment in the early evening finish sunshine.
2 kilometres, 6:46, exactly the same 3:23 kilometre as the first kilometre. So it's very, very steady pace, and it's outside 10 minutes. Oh, it's Jurasova. Jurasova's gone out. Jurasova's gone out. Oh, it looks as though she's pulled something, a knee problem. Oh, tragedy for the defending champion. Now Nygaard V starting to really push hard, trying to break Lindner. She's starting to pull away from the German. It's the speed of the Norwegian. She's trying to follow in the footsteps of her great compatriot, Caroline Bjørkli-Grovdal. Nygaard V now starting to really lay down the gauntlet. Lindner really doesn't have anything to answer at this stage. 3 barriers to go. Lindner looking very tired very suddenly. Now it's Berkova getting away from Mamadovic. Last year's silver medalist in Banska Bystrica in the under-18 ranks. Over the water jump for the last time. No problems for her. Lindner hanging on with gritting her teeth. She knows all she's got to do is stay calm and collected, and the silver medal's hers. But Nygaard V stutters a little bit before the last barrier, but steeplechase gold once again, just like it's done on several occasions in the past, notably in 2009. Steeplechase gold goes to Norway. 9:57.59. Time doesn't matter. Andrea Nygaard V has taken the gold medal in the women's 3,000 metre steeplechase, and she ran it as she wanted to. A tactically brilliant race. The German comes through for silver in 9:58.77, and there is a Czechia athlete on the podium, but it's not the one we expected. Instead, it's Emma Berkova, last year's silver medalist in the under-18s, gets the bronze here in Tampere, takes bronze in the under-20 ranks in a personal best of 10:09.71.
But now goes Mo Berg with 3:50 to go. He's opened up a crucial gap. Alfors in second, Kelly in third, Jorge trying to stay with it. But that very much looks like it's a battle for silver and bronze, and Udlis coming wide on the outside again. He was using his arms and elbows all over the place. It's a lovely piece of acceleration. Falk now coming round, but Mo Berg's acceleration is phenomenal. Udlis in second, Falk is third, and they've got ahead of the pack. Mo Berg was 6th in the world under-20s last year, but it's all gold tonight in Finland. Brilliant acceleration. Udlis with the race of his life, and Falk follows up his silver in the 5,000 with a bronze in the 3,000 metres. Nobody was willing to do anything with that race, and Mo Berg seized his opportunity. Boom, I think he thinks his head's going to explode. When he went to the front with 400 to go, nobody had any answer. That was a class way to finish off a race that nobody was bold enough to grab hold of in the early stages. Udlis came from nowhere for a surprise silver for Latvia, and Falk his second medal in successive days.
Filtjens put the bar down at his opener, but now looking really good, getting into the groove, the young Belgian. This is just 2 centimetres shy of his personal best. Now Dia, Zakaria Dia gets it. 2 men over. And that's a personal best as well for Dia, adding 4 centimetres to his lifetime best. Just 17 years old, Dia. So, second attempt for Roger. He's got the chance to take the lead if he can get it. Second personal best and a magnificent clearance for Axel Roger. Well, he missed out on medals. He was 4th in Banska Bystrica last summer, but he's leading the way in this pole vault, and he's absolutely on fire. Best performance by a European this year, and he's had 2 personal bests, 5:40 and then 5:45.
It's amazing. Mondo, he wrote a text to me before this competition, go kill it. I think I did. I met him a couple of times, and he's a stand-up dude, and his mentality in pole vault and like wanting to be the best all the time is something that really inspired me, and he really shows that there are no limits in sports in general, and especially in pole vault.
Axel Rogo went over 5:45. Zakaria Dia, just 17 years of age as well.
The men's 200-metre final. 2 big egos at play here. Nappi in 5, Afonso in 7. Will Afonso's 400-metre strength help him on a blustery night here in Finland? Cracking final in prospect, men's 200. Well, what a wonderful night of athletics this is turning out to be here in Finland. Nappi has closed the gap on Sanchez. No big move yet from Afonso, and it's Nappi leading at the moment. The crowd here are all on their feet. Nappi driving for the line, but Afonso's got that 400 speed. He's closing, but Nappi's going to take it from Afonso. 20.77 into a headwind that was almost 3 meters a second. Wow. Nappi was confident after the semi-final. Some would say it bubbled towards arrogance, but he's deserved the win there, because when Afonso closed down the home straight, Nappi found the composure and the belief to hang on. It's a great silver for Afonso, but the gold and the bragging rights go to Nappi as Sanchez celebrates a brilliant bronze just outside 21 seconds. Huge delight for the Italians. Nappi's got the confidence, and now he's got the gold medal for his hand luggage for the flight back home. What a talent and what a run.
3 medalists.
You can tell by the reactions that Afonso is the one who's disappointed out the 3 medalists. Diego Nappi with a wonderful run and a great scout to beat Afonso in such tough conditions. Sanchez has never competed internationally before. He has now.
Tonazzi, Switzerland. Hilsdottir, Iceland. Kanovi, Italy. Taborska, Czechia. Maccabi, Germany. Akpamoses Island, Tallinn of Great Britain, and Danakova of Czechia. And it's Akpamoses who's streaking around the bend. At the moment, it's 3 abreast. It's Taborska, Maccabi, and it's Taborska who's battling against Maccabi. Maccabi now battling back, and out in lane 7, Luki Talent comes through so strongly over the final 50 metres to grab a medal, but it goes to the favourite, Maccabi, 23:40. Well, the time diminished by that breeze in their faces of 2 metres per second, but there's nothing diminishing the joy of Judith Maccabi of Germany.
This was the point at which Taborska just had half a yard on Maccabi, but Maccabi didn't panic. At this point, I thought Tallinn might come through to take it, but Maccabi just had the strength on the line. Tallinn and Taborska, well, there was virtually nothing in it. 4 thousandths of a second in the end. They both thoroughly deserved their moment on the podium. Once we realised they were running into a 2-metre headwind, the championship record was never on. But that took real strength from Maccabi. And bearing in mind how strong that headwind was, 23.4 against a woman who's run 23.07 this season, a great win, and I think a good story for all 3 of them. And they'll all be delighted with their gold, silver and bronze. Tallinn internationally has come out of nowhere. She'll be over the moon with that, and clearly is.
First up, Nelimarka, who's just seen herself pushed from third to fourth, 52.96. Oh, it's a big throw. It's a massive throw, and the Finns are roaring. It's not going to take the lead away from Babic, but it gets her certainly back into second place. What an expression. So, 54.43 for Nelimarka. She moves past Zizek, Navakaite into second place. So, Navakaite, she's been in the medal positions for much of this competition. Fourth round, 53.39. 1 point up as high as second. Now, what can she do? Oh! That could well challenge for the lead. That's certainly got her back into the medal positions. Navakaite, when the pressure's on, and she's standing beside the podium, looking up at the three medalists, has produced her best performance of this competition. 54.36, and she overtakes Rabia Zizek. Well, Vita Babic came here as the favourite. 57.12 to her name. Was struggling through the first 4 rounds and then unleashed that monster. 54.77 in the last round. She's got the gold. She can go for broke now. What can Vita Babic do? She's the European Under-18 champion. Now she's the European Under-20 champion. It's huge. It's absolutely massive. Over 55 metres. With the very last throw of the competition, she threw the very best throw of this competition. She'd already got the gold hung around her neck. She could relax and she could go for broke. It's not going to be a personal best, but it's over 55 metres, 55.26. Well, she seals a win in absolutely fabulous fashion. Babic was the favourite, but after 4 rounds we were wondering what was going wrong, but she does get the gold in the end.
Van Dalen, he's in the bronze medal position, but this man is used to winning everything. He's the best in Europe this year. Oh yes, oh yes. Dobbo was leading with 81.89. I think he's moved into the lead. Gold in the shot put. He's desperate to take gold here in the discus after just missing out on the ultimate medal last year at the World Under-20s. Cometh the man, cometh the talent. 63.18, Van Dalen in the lead. We're approaching the last round of the discus competition. Jakub Rodziak. He's off the podium at the moment, though he is into 60-metre territory. His PB, 61.67. Oh, that's big. He's let out a massive roar, and he's produced a massive throw in the penultimate round. How big? Oh, 62.90, a massive PB. And all of a sudden, he's within 30 centimetres of Van Dalen. Now, Dobbo is a really fascinating athlete. Silver in the Youth Olympic Festival back in 2022, but bowed out in qualifying last year twice. Oh, that's big. Bronze at the moment, 61.89. Silver would be 62.90. Now, maybe no improvement. I don't know. It was a decent effort. Oh, 62.26. He does close the gap on Rodziak and Van Dalen. And he has saved his best throw till last. He goes home from Finland with the bronze. Jarno Van Dalen does the double here in Finland, 63.18. Rodziak, another PB for the silver, and Dobbo, after disappointment last year in the Europeans and the World Under-20, he's on the podium again with the bronze. Now listen to the noise for Piñacata. The whole stand in front of us giving it the big rhythmic hand clap for the 18-year-old. Oh, yes. Over 65 metres. That's a brilliant start for the Finn. 67.09 earlier this month in Espoo, so we knew that she was arriving here in cracking form. What's that, about 66? Oh, 66.07. And those who've come to support her will be over the moon that she's made such a positive start to this final. Now, Rogeté, the French national champion, in the silver medal position at the moment with 65.85. She's the 4th best in Europe this year. She has gone over 66 metres in the past. Oh, she likes that. She loves it. That is a massive throw by the Frenchwoman. Kaha leading for Finland at the moment with 66.07. That could challenge it, you know. There's the applause. 67.38. She has smashed her personal best and put down a huge marker ahead of the rest of the field. Right, Hammer, gold at the moment, Rogeté, silver Kana, bronze Kamga. 67.38, 66.07, 65.96. Cameras focusing in on Nova Kynast. This is her last chance to try and re-seize a place on the podium. Bronze last year in Banska Bystrica, just off the podium in the World Under-20s. She's more than capable of causing an upset here in the last round. Must deliver now to have a chance of a medal in Tampere. Oh, that's huge. That's an improvement without question. She'll move past Kamga because she only trails her by about 20 or 30 centimetres, and you can tell by the naked eye that's better than 65.96. Kaga in second place, 66.07. 67.93. Kynast may have had the last word of this final. She's into the lead. Wow. What a moment to deliver. One of the best throws of her career. She knew it was now or never, and she's delivered brilliantly. Kynast left it late, but timed it to perfection. Rogeté will be over the moon with that PB and the silver, and Kaha denying Kamga of Sweden the bronze.
Sofia Santa Cruz takes the victory in 43-47-89, followed home by Serena Di Fabio. Serena Di Fabio 8 seconds in arrears, and here's the bronze medalist making it 2 Spaniards on the podium. Aldara Milan. There you can see it, World Under-20 lead, and in fact it's a Spanish Under-20 record as well, and it's an Italian Under-20 record for Serena Di Fabio. Sofia Santa Cruz, European Under-20 champion for the 2nd time, successfully defending her title that she won in 2017 in very different conditions in Jerusalem.
Well, thank goodness we're away at the first time of asking this time. Koscheck going really well for Jonan's got some ground to make up, but Koscheck's hit the last 2 barriers. How has she managed to keep going? And it's Kaul of Germany who's come through. Wow. 13.51. That will bring her 1,049 points. Koscheck did really well just to finish that race, because she clattered 2 barriers and it looked for all the world as though she was going to go down. How she managed to stay on her feet, I'll never know. But Kaul, 13.52, So that's 1,047 points and a new PB for her as well. So PBs in all three of the heats this morning. Cowell leads from Koschak. Chris, the European leader, third.
Well, we saw Jana Koschak going over 189. This is 192. Oh, she's over. That's absolutely stunning. And she's flying over to her Croatian teammates and a coach over in the stands. Well, I'm not even sure she was that quick in the 100 hurdles. Big high five, equaling her personal best. And that's also a championship best as well. That beats the championship best of Sylvie Thiele, dating back to 1983 as a mark that has stood for 42 years. But now it belongs to Jana Koschak. And there you have it. Koschak, 2,155 points, so 204 points ahead of Marlene Rittari. Well, after two events, the Estonians down in 11th place at the moment. Probably dip back a few places is Jana Koschak. 14 meters exactly, a big personal best for Jana Koschak. Oh, she's on fire. She equaled her personal best this morning. And now she's gone even further in the shot put. So that means that, well, Natasha Kandé goes all the way up from 5th to 2nd, but it's still Jana Koschak doing so well in the lead. So this is Jana Koschak leading the way. She's got a 331 point advantage over Natasha Kandé, who's just coming into shot. Well, Jana Koschak very quickly into her running. She's already up on the French woman on her outside. Koschak now coming round the bend, also running well on the outside. Silkena, she stayed in this competition after a disaster in the hurdles. Now neck and neck on her inside. Punori Hoyer of France was up with Koschak for a while, and now though Koschak pulls through. Well, the time 25:17. Diminished by having to run into that stiff breeze. I think she was hoping for a much better time than that. Still getting very good points.
Christ, 17th on the World Under-20 list with that brilliant performance in Gotsis. So the two quickest, second from the left. Christ, European leader, and she's absolutely flying. It's a little more tired from Verjonen, although I'm sure she'll be roared on by the Finnish crowd, and they're all on their feet. It's not about the position, it's about the time. Lovely form being maintained here by Chris. She's going to pick up nearly 1,000 points. 23.78. The wind has dropped, and that is an excellent performance. That brings her 1,002 points, so she'll jump up into around about 3,600. A couple of 100 points ahead of Kandé and a couple of 100 points behind Koschak. Very, very good run there from Christ. So Koschak, Christ and Verjonen, the 1, 2, 3. It's a mighty impressive lead, isn't it?
Hey, I'm Ellis Fitzgerald, and you need to go and sign up to European Athletics U20.